Hi guys, so we are back with another video and we have left Swakopmund now. We were there for a week and we've come from there to the Brandberg Mountain range, which is a beautiful area, and finally we have some blue sky and some sunshine, which we've missed a lot. It was very cold and misty and overcast for the majority of the time, if not the whole time we were in Swakopmund. We have just pulled into camp for the night. There's a lot of wild camping areas around this mountain range, which is really, really nice. Let's try it out.
A bit windy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Let you know how I get on. See ya. That was really good.
Was it?
Can't believe I've just showered in like the middle of this desert area. But it's cold, I'm going inside now. It now feels like our car has got absolutely everything that we can need. I mean, we are just totally self-sufficient now and know that we can just kind of go off grid and be totally sorted. As Harry did say earlier, it would be better if we had a slightly bigger tank, but we just have to be mindful of the amount of water we're using and not take super long showers, and always prioritize drinking water, obviously. But yeah, very cool. I'm just going to turn the engine off. Harry's just finished showering.
Chloe has asked for chicken fajitas tonight. So she's going to get chicken fajitas.
The Brandberg Mountain range covers an area of 650 square kilometres, with the highest point reaching 2,500 metres tall.
So you can't go slowly over these corrugations because my dashboard feels like it's just going to jump into my lap. So although trying to just slow down and take it all in, I'm also trying to step on the gas a little bit.
We were just driving along and we came across this lodge just along the road from where the White Lady painting is. This is called the White Lady Lodge, and we just came in to have a quick drink, and it is pretty lovely here. I mean, they've got a little waterfall that you can probably hear in the background. They've got pools, sun lounges.
Larpers.
It's pretty luxurious and a beautiful view of the mountains here with a little spot just up the hill, which is the sunset spot. So I imagine that's pretty magical when the sun is actually setting.
And they've got meerkats. There's meerkats lying around the pool.
I was just speaking to that lady and she said that they're actually pets of the people here.
Okay.
I wondered why they were so almost domesticated, like people were stroking them and stuff. So I've just gone over and filmed a couple of clips because they're
quite
pretty
funny.
Cute. Just making the most of using some Wi-Fi, and then we'll be hitting the road, heading I don't know where, possibly to the Ugab River, which I did a little bit of research earlier, and that's where you can see quite a lot of elephant there. So it'd be very cool if we do see some elephants.
I stop. Is it going to drink from the swimming pool?
It's actually drinking from the swimming pool. I'll show you guys. Oh, they're both doing it. Hi.
And the White Lady Lodge kindly let us fill our water tanks. So I'm still kind of testing how many showers / washing up I can do with our 36 litre water tank. And I kind of want to just leave the tap running now on to see how many minutes it takes for us to fill up our water tanks. But obviously I don't want to waste water in front of these people, or at all really.
Yeah.
Cheers. So we've seen elephant poo, and now I feel like this is our mission. We just have to find these elephants. Guys, we've just found elephant tracks. I'll try and come out the way of the sun so you'll be able to see. But look at that. They are elephant tracks. They're heading this way. I feel like we're getting close. That's so cool. I just saw it out the corner of my eye, just like, oh my god, they're elephant tracks. So I think we should be on high alert now.
Wow.
Can you track them, Chloe? They're going, yeah, going round to the right. Yeah.
The Ugab River stretches nearly 500 kilometres in the Damaraland region of Namibia. The riverbed is dry most of the year, but there remain some small pockets of water along the river.
The contrast between the mountains and that dry desert versus this, what was a riverbed, which is just totally green, is amazing. You feel like you're just so remote, so dry, desolate landscape, and then all of a sudden there's just green and reeds and trees. It's pretty spectacular. We're in this river sand, so I'm in first gear, high range, diff lock, just cruising. But the sand does get quite deep, so every now and then I have to give it some welly to get out of a soft bit.
You can see all of the plants and stuff along this side here have obviously been trodden down because they're all flattened to the ground, so that is a very clear sign that there has been a big animal here treading on these plants, making its way through the bush.
Man.
So we just passed across a group that were coming the opposite way along this riverbed, and we were asking, have you seen any elephants coming from this way? And they have, which is awesome. We've been driving for, it must be a couple of hours now.
I think so, yeah.
And we keep seeing signs, we've seen tracks, we keep seeing elephant dung on the banks here, but we haven't seen an elephant yet, so we're starting to kind of give up and think that they no longer reside in this area. So it's good to know that if we keep going we'll see them. And he also gave us a lot of tips and advice on our route, a lot of recommendations, which is really nice, and also a place that he said we should camp tonight, which is cool, if Harry can remember what the man said to him.
Oh, he's worked hard today.
We finally stopped and found a little spot for camp tonight. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any elephants yet, but we now know where we need to be heading pretty exactly from the guy that we bumped into on the trail we were on. So hopefully tomorrow we can head that way and we should see them. We decided to park here so that we've got the sunshine on us for another hour or so before it sets behind the mountains here. But this place is epic. This is, we've been saying to each other, probably the best drive that we've done on this trip, or in our lives actually. So good.
Well, that was just the eventful evening we were hoping for after a long day's driving. We both showered, and as Chloe kind of got out the shower cube was covered in what looked like ground bees to me. That was just over there. It was pretty mental actually. I had to just get a stick and flap the shower cube, and then there was just this massive swarm, and I drove off with the roof open, the awning out, and the shower cube draping to the side. We're only sort of 25 meters away, but they seem to have left us alone. We have lost some equipment down there to them for now. So that was fun, and now we're gonna make chicken noodles. This is one of my favourite meals to make on the road. See that when this river is in flow, it flows. You see the trees all stacked up against the ones that are still alive, and how deep the water level gets to as well. It's quite amazing. Chloe's Hawkeye, when she got out to do a bit of filming of this pretty gnarly river crossing, bit dry river crossing. What had happened is sort of multi-purpose hose for the new shower system I don't think is good enough for what we're trying to get it to do. So it popped off the heat exchanger. Luckily, so it was just our, shower water that was running out. So I'll just reconnect the hoses and tighten up the Jubilee clips, and hopefully That'll be the end of that.
All good?
I think so. This is pretty gnarly, this bit, isn't it?
Mm. You think we can do it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's quite a significant drop, but really there is no way, unless we want to go back 2 days, there's no way but forward. So I'm just going to have to give it a go, see how we get on.
So it actually turned out not to be quite as bad as it looked like it was going to be. I actually thought we would have to get the spade out and just level it out so that the incline wasn't so vertical and we could make it slightly more gradual so that we weren't almost like tipping the car over the edge like that. But the car handled it amazingly, as it always seems to do. Shocks us every day at how well this car does on this kind of terrain. It's just incredible.
This is, I mean, this isn't really a joke, this is serious four-wheel driving.
Yeah.
They are sharp. Our suspension really hasn't worked this hard on this trip yet. Some of these articulations and off-camber sections are pretty cool. Got Chloe doing the old holding on to the middle of the car again. And we've hit that, what did they guys on Top Gear call it, on Grand Tour call it? Gliss gliss.
No, I think it's called fesh fesh.
Fesh fesh dust. It's like talcum powdered sand. And it's just covering us.
This area is extremely popular with geologists, with these incredible rock formations that date back millions of years. So we've continued driving along the riverbed here, and now we have made it to the Rhino camp. So we're gonna check it out, and we may end up staying here tonight.
It's now 1:05. We've just pulled off of the riverbed into the Ugab Rhino camp. This place is like a kind of a charity for rhino protection and conservation. So there's a room in there with some information about rhino conservation. They don't actually charge you, well, they ask for a donation for you to camp here. I think we've got to push on. We've also started to run out of diesel, so we need to find a town and fill up.
We do with getting some groceries as well.
So I think we're going to make lunch and press on. So the pass that we have to take is the Desolation Valley Pass, and it's 75 kilometers of mountainous pass. So if it's anything like what we've been driving the last 2 days, it could take us 2 days. But the guy said that it's a good road, so hopefully we should get there tonight.
So we just entered into the Doros Reserve area, and it says on this sign that I'm just reading that this, how did I see it? So this is the world's largest free roaming black rhino area. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And it says
as well as desert adapted elephants, mountain zebra, oryx, kudu, springbok, giraffe, and various predators such as leopard and spotted hyena.
Yeah. I was just saying to Harry that he must be exhausted because he has to concentrate so much when you're driving on these tracks. It just is forever changing. 1 second you're on corrugated road, then it's like we're just getting to quite a gnarly rocky section here with sharp rocks. You have to be careful of punctures, and then it's deep sand. It's just, you never have a second to chill.
No, I don't, Chloe, you're right.
No, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful, like the scenery. This drive is awesome, and we haven't seen another vehicle today, so we've just felt like we've had the whole place to ourselves, which is amazing. It's very wild and vast. But yeah, it does take its toll on the driver, and it takes its toll on the vehicle as well. So we've driven a bit further along, and it is now, what is it, about 4:45, 5 o'clock?
4:30.
Yeah, so it's getting later and later, and the roads are a lot worse than we thought they were going to be. We did ask the guy at the Rhino camp, how is the road to this next town? He said, yeah, it's a good road. And it's a really lovely road, but it's pretty intense on the car, and it's slow driving. You're not going fast at all, so it's taking us a lot of time to cover some ground. So we've made the decision to just stop and just put our heads down for the night here, and then we'll hit the road again early in the morning and make up some ground and hopefully get to that town. So I think we're going to cook a chili or a bolognese for tonight's dinner. How does that sound?
Yeah, I think a bolognese or a chili sounds good.
Cool. There's a lot here.
Morning. This is day 4 of our little
I think it's day 4.
excursion. We just went for a nice drive around the mountain 4 days ago and now we're still out here. Yeah, we set off yesterday with the intention of reaching a town.
Twelvefontein?
Yeah,
I think
Twelvefontein.
that's what it's called.
Because we're starting to run low on diesel and food and water. And we're still in the middle of nowhere. The car. Is that it there?
Somewhere?
And this is the Doris Crater, which we're trying to hike up, but we can't find a path to do so. So I think we're just going to have to beeline it up these rocks.
Really no path here anymore, is there?
No.
It looks like there may have been a landslide or something. All these rocks have come down and the path has then just disappeared because of that.
Don't know how though.
Don't know, you'd think this would be quite a big tourist attraction for people to come and see, but there's obviously no one here but us and there's no path created, so I guess no one really comes here anymore.
The Doris Crater is the remains of a meteor impact event, dating back 180 million years ago. The Doris Crater is set within a very remote and uninhabited area within Damaraland in Namibia.
So that's about an hour. About an hour, Chloe?
Yeah.
55 minutes. And we're nearly back at the car. We've said to ourselves that we want to try and do like an hour of just physical activity every day. Obviously we're seeing some amazing things, but we're just driving around seeing them and I'm starting to feel a little bit like I'm getting a bit out of shape.
We need to move our bodies.
Yeah, obviously back at home I'm used to working a physical job, very physical job, and I would eat a lot back at home, but I think I'm probably not eating as much as I would be at home. Do you think? But I'm still eating a lot and I'm not doing anything to burn those calories, so that's a good start today. An hour hike up to the top of that mountain and over the other side into the crater and back to the car. Made it to the Burnt Mountain, which is where we will stop to make breakfast. So we've just put the awning out just to have a bit of shade. Chloe's doing the famous yogurt and granola. And the Burnt Mountain is actually a World Heritage Site, so I'm guessing that's why this is fenced to stop vehicles from driving in there.
The Burnt Mountain is a hill with a solidified lava at the foot of its 12-kilometer ridge. It is thought that the stream of lava was formed around 80 million years ago.
So we have found a fuel station. It is by the Twelvefontein Lodge. This is the only fuel station and place that we can really fill up with water for miles, it seems, around this area. It's so vast and empty. There's really nothing here. There's a few campsites, so I think we might stay at a campsite tonight, get on some Wi-Fi. We've got some work to catch up on, fill up our water tanks because we're in desperate need. We tried to fill up our water bottles earlier when we were having breakfast, and even our lifesaver jerry can is empty now, so we really need to get some water. Tiny little petrol station out here in the middle of nowhere. So if you do plan to come here, guys, make sure that you bring cash because it's cash only. So yeah, if you do come here, I'll actually put the coordinates and the location on the screen. Make sure you bring cash, and also do the driving that we've done over the last couple of days. We've both said to each other, this has been a highlight for us.
Okay. Cool, man. Thank you. Okay. Back to your workshop to get some water. Changer. The coolant heats up a metal plate and then you run water over it.
Made it to a campsite for the evening, and this is going to conclude this video. It's been quite a long one, I think. I haven't started editing it yet, but I have a feeling it may be a long one because we've been filming for 4 days straight now. But what a good adventure it's been. We didn't see the elephants. That would have been the cherry on top of the cake, but it's been just the best.
Sometimes they're the best adventures as well, the ones that you don't plan at all, and I'm so glad we filled up our diesel tank before we left, because we get up into Damaraland, there wasn't any fuel.
There was nothing.
Other than that one pump station.
Yeah.
Cash only.
Yeah.
But we're back now in ICE. UIS.
What an adventure.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
We want to thank you guys for continuing to watch our videos and supporting us. We are so close to reaching 10,000 subscribers, which we can't quite believe. If you are enjoying our videos, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and leave us a comment. Thank you again. We'll see you in the next one.